This week, we are going to learn more about JavaScript objects and methods. In fact, you will create your own little JavaScript classes. And within the classes, you'll have properties and you'll have methods, and you'll learn how to create objects. We will also be working with functions. So you're going to start with the reading assignment, which is chapter 3 in the book. And then I've got links out to all of the topics that we are going to be covering today. And once you finish that, then you're going to go through our lecture demo. And there are videos for all of these segments. So if you want to go out to the playlist and just kind of start from the top and go down, you can. Otherwise, you can read through the section, and if you want to watch the video, it is available. So we basically start with functions, and then once we cover functions, well, we get into the topic of scope, which is kind of important in programming because where you declare a variable affects where you can access it, kind of where it lives. And so we talk about variable scope. And then I have a couple examples here that have some scope issues. Other problems we can run into are naming collisions, so we talk about that. And then we get into objects and methods. And once you finish with the lecture demo, then you are going to move on to our assignment. And so we've got the instructions, and then below that is the Dropbox where you're going to submit done once you have the assignment completed and you have all of the pages transferred to the web. So we're going to start by creating folders, which is kind of what we always do. And again, I do have videos for this. So I've got a playlist, or you can kind of watch them as you go. But you're going to start by downloading a file, and then you're going to make some changes to that file. And you really are going to need to watch the videos. I mean, you can read through the directions, but I think it'll be much more clear if you watch the videos, because the videos kind of tell you and show you what you need to do. Okay, so there are videos that explain all of this. And then here is another task that you need to complete. I do have an example that you can look at, but you are basically going to be creating your own, kind of your own version. So we can look at the example. Let me reload it. Okay, so here, each one of these is an object. You can see I filled in the data for the first one. The second one was hard-coded. And if you right-click and view page source, you can see the HTML, and you can also see my JavaScript code. So you're going to be doing something similar. And this is kind of that example I just showed you. And then once you're done, you'll transfer those pages to the web. Kind of take the validator with a grain of salt, because really the only errors that I want you to be looking for are typos, like you misspell a tag or something like that. Um, Sometimes it doesn't always like nested tags. So your nesting can be perfectly fine and it might mark it wrong. It doesn't mean that you did it wrong. It's just the validator doesn't like it. So that is the assignment that you're going to be working with. If you run into problems, if something doesn't work properly, make sure you transfer it to the web. And then it's always helpful if you send me a link through the email, but definitely email me and ask me to take a look at it. In addition to the reading assignment, I did put some links to some additional resources if you feel like you need to, read more on these topics. And I've also added a link to on-campus tutoring. The tutoring is on campus on Thursdays. I believe it's from 9 to 3, but the flyer will tell you. It also tells you that it's in the Innovation Center in room 4. Okay, so that is in-person tutoring this semester. Okay, so I hope you guys have fun with the assignment, and I hope you have an awesome week.